is that? There we go. Now I'm audible. Did not save. I could have sworn. Maybe I should have sworn. Yeah, I did save that, so why doesn't that update? I may never understand. Because that's that. We got another couple of seconds there. We're jammed out to Dewdrops by Little Phil. Gives my better judgment. I'm not gonna check what the camera looks like before that timer gets to 0. Because I think we will take this time to plug in my controller, and that's about it. Almost everything's set up. With my... Where'd that cable go? This cable. Because I would like a controller to play this video game. That's still spinning around, so we're not out of prep time yet. Should have talked to Joe. We should talk to that man. Let them... Oh, that's just that Twitch saying that I'm live. We are live. We are so live. You don't even know how live we are. It's just spinning. Oh, it reset. That's why. That's why. And I think I'd like to edit this scene. So I am over here. I feel a little big, especially when that's up way too high. Because this is where we need to be. Actually, like, because the camera's sitting inside the ring light. Hey, the timer never hit 0, did it? Hey. Yeah, reset. I must have set it to loop. I thought it went to 0 at some point. Maybe not. You'll have to check out the VOD. Uploaded to youtube.com/ I don't know the channel ID. Here, we can... I'll put it back for you. Another 3 minutes. Barely got here, so I probably missed it. I don't know. We'll find out. No, we'll find out. We should also do is turn my Discord onto streamer mode so that does not ping me. Because I don't want that getting pings. Sorry, Phil music. We love the Phil music. Glad that you were able to get here. Because I know that we're, you know. Okay, even if you did want to see 0, I'm not going to let it get to 0. Because we're going to turn up the volume on there. And like, you know what 0 looks like. It's not. You know what 0 looks like. Try to pull that on me. New game. Please let me use my controller. I'm gonna... Chantlin? Why start before... Okay. Alright. You mongrels. I'm gonna let the countdown go the whole way through. And you're gonna stuck here for 314 seconds. Cause I'm gonna relaunch the game so that we can get controller support. For whatever reason, my controller was not already bullied. That's my point. The double bullying, the non-stop. I'm gesticulating widely, but I'm not going to turn the camera back on because we interrupt this countdown again. This beautifully handcrafted. Oh, I just put a sine curve into the hue. Like this is. Although it did render for like 30 hours. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Cause like, look at this. It's not even. What? I just needed to turn it into. Oh, I just needed to turn it into Xbox mode in the controls. I didn't have to quit out of the game. Most video games will just automatically, you know, how most video games will just automatically switch into controller mode if you plug in a controller. Because, like, obviously. Okay, and then I guess we just let it sit here so that you don't miss out on. No. Tab out. Stop. Stop it. You're gonna miss the opening cutscene. Ah, well. You're gonna miss out on the ambience and lore because you want to watch this for another 50 seconds. And frankly, that's on you. But also, I appreciate it because I'm gonna go get my water. We are a thirsty lad. A thirsty biddy, some may say. Water. Hey, you even filled it up. Life is good. We have a water bottle and it's full of water. And we're just cruising. Cruising for a bruising potentially here. 1870. You just get the music, so you know something's going on. The the long and short of it is, this is a niche indie game in a post-apocalyptic setting. There's a lot of death, doom, misery. You get the idea. So I did set it to loop. That's interesting. I'm gonna change that right this second. Cause I wondered if I did. Countdown's over. Here we go. Here we go. I'll even go so far. So change. There. So we have the tower, we have the black dogs. That's symbolism. You know, the Hounds of Baskerville, like black dogs are always a sign of death. It's just how that rolls. And I am very aware of how high up I put my screens now. That I have to look at my own eyeballs. Because I've spent too much time video calling. And I just always fixate. Oh, that is way too loud. 'Cause I just always fixate on myself in the preview rather than on the other participants in the video call. I'm like, that's not why we video call. It's not how that works. Oh, I just got your DM. I don't know what time it is. I don't. What I could do. So, edit channel. Permissions. You just take all the permissions off. So I assume you mean that? I mess with a lot of things on the Discord and don't remember. It's too late now. Certainly too late now. I've already considered it. I'll keep up that preview of myself so I can see what I'm doing. And I mean, to be fair, most of this opening is just a cutscene. But because we're dying, we got our slash, we got our dash, slash, slash. Let's pick up items. Listen, we're sweating absolutely nothing. Not a trouble in our head. Except whatever trouble the D&D game is going to get it into after stream. After our lovely... Hey, you play a fighter, Baker? I feel bad that I still don't know your fighter's name from your sons because you just play both. I'll heal. Listen, at the very least, our Grand Mega Pope Supreme Ocelot, one of the premium subscribers around here, could get in on the madness. You know. Ah. Yeah. Here. So what I need to do is lower the game volume so much to even hear you. Sorry.
Oh, you don't have your settings right.
Nope, but they should be better now.
Interesting. It's a lot of tech stuff that you have to like manage.
On the fly.
Yeah.
And like, I know I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
the chat can't hear. Got it. Uh, that's gonna
Oh.
be very weird when you talk to nothing.
No, no, no. Your audio is going through to the stream. Because I've definitely done that before and had one-sided conversations. Had the people on the stream be like, the fuck's going on over there?
That's funny. Uh,
Like, that's not exactly.
God, are you there? I'm gonna raise my volume. Is it too loud?
I don't
Cool.
think so.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Anyway, what is this game?
so this is Hyperlight Drifter, where it's, niche indie platformer. And there's no text, so it's all cutscenes, but they don't say anything. It's just pictures. That's the gimmick.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up. This looks like something Devolver Digital would throw out.
I think they may have been one of the publishers, or like, cause they're publishing, right?
Yeah, they're publishing. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't think they actually make games. I'm not
right.
sure what they're.
Cause it's not developing, but they at least bankroll things like this. I feel like Devolver was one of the, yeah, it's Heart Machine, made by these handful of people, Alex Preston.
Yeah, no.
Definitely the same vibe.
Yeah, I'm usually like not to simp for a company, but
Uh,
it's interesting looking at their like game talks of like how they bankroll games.
yes.
Um, and they were like basically saying like they're saying like how you choose your publisher. Um, and then the guy who's talking is like, the underlying note is that like we're a fucking publisher, so um, obviously we're gonna be like biased here, but also
Yeah,
trust us when we say like a lot of publishers can screw you over, so you got to be careful. Um,
right. Because you'd have to look for respected names and like they're in it for the money.
well,
Everyone selling a
yeah,
product's in it for the money. Like that's
like
understandable.
like they were saying that like
Yeah.
if your publisher is not like interested in your game, no, like you got to drop them because like
Right.
you need a publisher that's gonna like um,
Right.
obviously
Care
like
about the
content.
creative process a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, and there has to be like an ebb and flow, right? It wasn't like, oh, and we let our game designers do whatever they want. It's more like, I mean, we like
Yeah.
freedom, but like, let's be honest, there's going to be a level where we're going to say, hey, this fucking sucks, and you
Right.
have to change it. But
There's a
ah, yeah,
handful of directions and be like, hey, make something that isn't shit. You esoteric Caltech bros. That's my insult for the day.
yeah, I like that.
I,
Um, I'm learning Python, and
ooh.
I finally learned the line, if shit code, then don't. Um,
Yeah, that's a
it's actually pretty useful.
pretty powerful. Can't deny. Uh, book. Oh, that's a map that they set for me. I haven't played the beginning of this in a while. Diamond. But yeah, it's game publishing is a oddly personal field.
Um, yeah, I mean, I would imagine, like, especially indie, because it's like writing a book, right?
Right,
It's a
where
creative process, and then,
the artists are very attached to it, and it helps if everyone else involved in the process is too, but it's not everyone's job. Myst is the very first one, and that's why they use their first channel points. Welcome, Myst. Yeah, oh, that's
oh,
Xon
cool, you chose change the icon.
icon. Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, you're
Actually,
like still making like indie games, yeah?
uh, in my spare time,
Yeah, no worries.
yeah,
And expect like high level.
I would definitely like to. I just need to take an afternoon and go, hello, how do I use Godot? And just start going away at something?
Yeah,
Looks like
I
it's,
know nothing about that.
it's like Python, but instead of if shit code, don't. It's, if shit code, player
Do
performs this action. That's, I
yeah.
forgot. I had so many channel points here, I forgot nothing. You spent an entire channel point. I think you can afford it, miss. It's the deer. Oh, I thought that was a
Um,
quirky addition to
yeah.
the channel, the first thing. But there's only the one, so you gotta race in.
Oh,
But yeah,
does
you
the
were
code
saying.
have like a try function or something? Ever?
Uh, Not to my knowledge, because Godot has its own shoot language. It's based on C, or you can also just use C. I think it's C plus. But first. Who is this? I was gonna say, 'cause we had others that were first, didn't claim the first. You were here before the countdown even ended, Baker, and missed out. You're telling me a millionaire? Yeah. Although it's weird that they don't, because like one of the anecdotes of Bill Gates and Warren Buffett is that they still show up to McDonald's with coupons. It's like, yeah, I ain't paying full price. Like that's the thing. Like even if you do have $1 million, you don't spend $1 million. That's how you keep. Yeah. Nope. Unfortunately, Miss was here first, Baker. It's the way that cookie crumbles. Even our yeah.
I don't know how to fight that logic.
Can't. Infallible. Hello,
Man's
cat.
a legend.
It's said that he was the first. Hello, cat. You move
You
your
got a lot
tail.
of nerve being alive.
I'm
Yeah.
playing Inscription.
I hear that's a good video game.
It's Mono Dece.
'Cause I know Ogre Rated's really into that right now. Like, changed his username to play Inscription. Isn't that a card game video game? Or is it just... I don't know. I know nothing about Inscription.
Yeah, it's a card game, video game, and nothing more.
Excellent. I was worried it would try to mash genres in a way that was innovative.
Nah.
Good.
Yeah. It's pretty good. You
Yeah.
know, I don't think it's like, what's the word? I think it's innovative, but like I don't think it's like,
Off the walls.
yeah. I don't know. I'm losing
Good.
definition for or the words for it.
Yeah. Losing your thread.
It doesn't do anything people couldn't already do, but it's still like Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yes.
I think is like purely unique. That sounds weird, but like I don't think I could like envision that game, even
No,
though like
it
after
was
the
its own.
fact I could.
Yeah.
Inscription is good. Like I like it a lot. Um, but you know, nothing is too out of the box. But it's still yeah. I don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to shit on it.
I mean, you can. I don't think the devs are here.
No, no, I actually do like it.
Makes sense. Miss needs me to hydrate. Well, part 1 of the game seemed nice. Part 2. Disembodied voice is scaring me. It's Chantlin. You know, the Grand Mega Pope Supreme Ocelot. He's coming through decently, right? I think so. Unless you mean, because I moved the camera because Alice was on the desk. And then she jumped off the desk. I didn't move it back. Miss needs us a drink. You're saying that Inscription is a good video game. Even if it's
Oh,
not.
no anime this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I beat it, and there's like they're implementing a mod to it, the developers, and I was playing that a little bit, um, and that they're gonna implement into like the real game, and it's pretty fun, but still in beta, so I got bored, so I quit.
Fair enough. Because it is still in beta. Uh, so what we can do, I probably should have had set up, but I'm going to do right now is add little circles on stream so people can see when you're talking when I'm talking. So I think that's a good visual indicator. I like that.
You can do that quick, or what?
Yeah. Like, so we've fortunately done it before.
Oh, I see, like
Yeah.
the Discord circles. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If I can remember the name, what did I call this? The spoken word. I remember. remember nothing. Uh, do, 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 do. Oh, right, right. Why? How? That's what we want. We need. Sure. Cause it's just a browser overlay. Oh yes, Wi-Fi being a bitch on mobile. Yeah, usually is. And I wonder, yeah, because I'm dropping a lot of frames actually. That was another thing that I should have done before clicking the go live button is hardwire this. Yeah.
Is that a new
What?
meme or that's fine? Holiest of chimes. Our
I
chime father.
I don't remember. I have absolutely no recollection of what 'cause Mist is stuttering. I can see that my stream is stuttering. So despite setting up a BRB screen, we'll refuse to use it and just let people know that I keep cables in a haphazard mess on the other side of my bedroom. That secret's out.
I missed it. What's the thing that's liking it so much?
Uh, I don't have a very solid internet connection anymore.
Damn.
So I'm
Yeah,
on Wi-Fi, and that just does not groove apparently. Cause like when I had the apartments in Denton, we were on the university network,
yeah.
fiber, and that was hot. That was it's like 500 megabytes down, 100 up. It was absolutely nuts.
Wait, 5 download, 100 upload?
Yeah, 500 megabytes down.
Oh,
Like
500 down. I'm like, why would your upload be so much more than the download?
no, it was absolutely insane.
Yeah. That was kind of like on what I
Yeah,
was getting the first apartment I had in East Lansing.
yeah,
It was yeah, on SpartanNet.
yeah. Yep, you can get on that university fiber,
Yeah.
which unfortunately there's not a lot of universities in East Texas. We have two Christian colleges. What flavor would you like? Baptist or Black Baptist? Well, they're both reputable institutions with quality educations. Unfortunately, I can't
Yeah.
afford private colleges, which okay. Now our frames are still dropping? Why are they still dropping? They should not be dropping. Can you identify this network? Can we switch over to the hardwire, please? Why is our network? Background looks cozy. Skeevy bastard cub the chime father who art on
Are you
Twitch.
sure
Yeah.
that it's glitching, or is that the game itself, like, or not glitching, lagging? Because the game seems digital based. No?
Yeah. I can I can see that I've dropped 12,000 frames already.
Oh, okay.
Not that it isn't just also the video game, but and Judy, you were awake earlier. How are you still up? Or maybe that was yesterday. I don't remember. I I don't know, Judd. Days are all blurring together. In anticipation of the hot new Milkman Judy album coming out 2022, any day now. We'll get there. It'll be fire. I done sleep last night. Excellent. Little dog. See man, I've been fucking losing it. Going absolutely nuts. I don't doubt it for a second, Chuds. 'Cause I talked to Milkman days ago? I don't know what time is. Days ago. He's like, yeah, any second now. Then send it over, some remastering, get a proper release. So last I heard you were up to like 15 tracks you're gonna drop all at once, which that's a lot. Yeah, I think me and Ski all mixed, just waiting on the master and album art. Sick. And that's a different flow process, because if I recall, 15 tracks, 46. That's a lot. That's a long time. That's an entire experience. Because, Chantlin, I don't know how much you recall our New Zealand rock star and local homeboy beat mixer.
I'm
No,
not familiar. The beat mixer?
you know, Skibby Bear. They made Love Junkie. I don't know. That's fine.
Oh, they made the what was that? One of your songs?
None of my songs. They make their own music. Got an
Oh, okay,
EP
yeah.
worth of these. Yeah, did make the album too. Yeah. 'Cause I imagine you got a lot on the cutting room floor yet. Love Junkie's my shit. What a fuck to Love Junkie. That's every day. My girlfriend's starting to get concerned. She's like, please, can we turn on something else besides Love Junkie? Like, nah,
He's
man,
like,
that
no,
makes it
later,
even
please.
better. You just can't do it without Love Junkie.
He like stops in the middle to like masturbate because he's just so used to like the
It's
routine that he
so in
forgets
tune.
he's in the moment.
You
But
know,
she's just not doing enough for him. Got to get to the rhythm of the
yeah.
song. I don't even know past rhythm. That makes it funnier.
It's the Love Junkie stays on during sex. Yeah. I'll, we'll simp for Monkey Man. We do a little simping. 'Cause I practically know. 'Cause it's HTTPS colon slash slash SoundCloud. Okay. Do they have? I don't know if they have album actually. Good old Sunny Boy 93. That's the man. That's who we speak of. It's like not that King of Doves wasn't great, right? Fall Damage. It's no Love Junkie. I'm sorry to say. Uh, yep. Boom. Shot. Shot through the heart. You're to blame. Do we have health? Some. We have some health. Uh, yeah. Big fan of the purpley shapes we added. I like that aesthetic, that addition. Cool. Yeah. Frames drop every so often. As soon as past few minutes stream is viewable. Excellent. Because I'm still dropping like 3 frames every second. More. Have you been Cogger? Couldn't find you on Discord. Let me send you a link. Sure. Understandable. Cause like I did leave Milkman's Discord. I don't know what other connections there are besides. I know I have your Twitter DMs, but you're never on Twitter. Here. Yeah. You can whisper me things. Yeah. Slide in my DMs. We do a little sliding. Twitter. I'm aware Twitter's not good, but also you can't go wrong. Well, maybe you can't go wrong. Cause like I feel like most of the internet is just screenshots of Twitter, right? Am I mistaken?
Yeah, I've been told that they're switching from HTML to just Twitter language. All the internet will be composed of tweets linking to other tweets.
I hope so. That's exactly what I want for link rot. Is Twitter bans one account and the whole system falls apart. Stop shooting me.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Right.
Like one programmer gets banned for a salty tweet, and the whole like Western
The whole
United States economy tanks.
yeah, yeah. It could be. You know the XKCD comic where it has a pile of software on the one end there. It's the project from 2013 with one maintainer in Nebraska. That's the entire system relies on.
Yeah, I'm probably butchering this story, but like, it reminds me of that one. It was this guy who made like literally 7 or 10 lines of code, not even that like complicated
Yeah.
code. And then like people started using it because it was easy. They would just source it, whatever. Um, and then it became more and more like just routine. Companies started using it, and the guy like just wasn't even thinking about it. Like he I don't know if he knew how important it was or not, but it's like open source, so it's not like he was getting paid or whatever.
Right.
And for some reason, I think whether he wanted to update the code or just was like cleaning up a system, he deleted the repository for it and basically deleted the code from the system. And so all of these systems were unable to source the file format, and it literally tanked
Yeah.
hundreds of like computer software systems and like billions of dollars were cost over it. Um, and it was a code that like anybody could do. It wasn't even like that like
Right.
well made.
It's not that it's necessarily novel. Thanks for the DM, Shooty. But yeah, because that is how projects go. Where that is the one that happens to be referenced, so everyone relies on that. That's like there's so many dependencies running the internet. It's absurd. I think it's pretty much like 4 dozen Cisco employees with pagers that if anything goes down, it's on them. And things do go down. Like there's the entire internet sits on a knife's edge. It's taken for granted very often. With all the
Yeah.
like the transition of ooh, what is it? The Ubuntu web? Like a knife's edge? Yes, please. We do a little edging. We do a little edging. You don't get to come, but we can edge. Train of thought. Nice edge. Oh yeah, web-based OSs, like how Chrome OS is just a web page without an internet connection, you're just boned. 'Cause there's no hardware, it's all just server-based. And like, it makes sense to have your consumers not front-load all the hardware. 'Cause an overwhelming majority of the time, you don't need hardware. Oh, that's a secret I haven't found before. Absolutely no coming. Not in my life. You're out of your freaking mind if you think I'd come. I don't remember ever finding that before. Sick. Oop. No coming if you get smashed into the wall. Yeah. Yeah. On one hand, it's nice that code gets reused, but on the
I mean, yeah, it's the best part of like open source.
yeah.
Literally, like I'm a little bit democratic, you know. I like my
Ooh.
laissez-faire. Come on.
Hey. Yeah. Oh.
This floating skull of terror is apparently liking Prudence. Who knew?
That makes that doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna give you that. Getting smashed into a wall makes the character look like a stain left to dry. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the one corpse there on the blocks where it was just mashed in. Like, this pixel art's pretty hot. If I... Oop, didn't mean to do that. If I recall, the dev said it was strictly for budget reasons, but it also makes things look really cool.
I like it. It's
Yeah,
it's excellent. I like pixel art. It like you have to be a little bit more creative with the limitation.
right. Oh, I remember this room. Is this one? You get all these cool blocks, and you just get to walk past them until you flick the switch and have to walk the other way.
No, but what happens when you
Yeah.
walk the other way?
I hope these blocks I haven't seen move start moving.
That might
Wow.
be the opposite of what I want.
It's a really cool level design. Like, I think it's like the ultimate test of a platforming level if you can do it backwards and it's still
Hmm.
cool and interesting and not just walking backwards. It's,
Yeah,
that's my
easy back.
cool. Or we can take 3 points of damage all at once and die. 'Cause if I remember last time I did this, I just ignored all the enemies and dodged them. But I feel like I was better at the video game that time. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who's to say? 'Cause this video game also has a really cool co-op mode where it's just like drop in a second health bar. So it'd be cool if you were here, Chatland. You just be like, yeah, I haven't died. And just play it like a 2D beat 'em up. You know 2D beat 'em ups, you know. You
Yeah.
just sort of roll. See, it's
Um, what are you playing?
now with all 4 gold nuggets, we make a single gold bar. Can I shoot them? Cool. I'm just gonna shoot them. The old and for Joker's special, a gun.
Society.
No, not
Like,
that Joker. The Persona one. Shin Megami Tensei. We don't.
uh,
Yeah, that's a good bit. Society doesn't get old as a punchline.
uh,
'Cause
what
we
is that
got
punchline? What is that cringy punchline?
bottom text.
No, no, no. Like, oh, we live in a society. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's the one. Which some days I think we truly do live in a society.
You know,
That's
I
it.
uh, I want a Snopes where it's just like, well, yes, but and to we live in a society.
Please. Ooh, you do have to dash out of that one. You can't just walk with your own two legs, or you get mashed. It's. Oh, I feel like early platforming in games where they only give you one tool, so then you're just forced to use it. Still limiting. Feels bad.
Really? I think that
Sure.
I think the limitation could be pretty creative, but you have to have a good limitation.
Yeah.
Like the Zelda Between Worlds or whatever, Link to the Between Worlds, I think it was called, where he
Yeah.
was like a painting. You
Yeah.
know, that was a fun but simple concept, and they kind of did well with that. Um,
Right. The cool thing about that video game is you can also swing your sword. You can also use bombs. There's other things you can do besides just
oh, I
run
see.
fast.
Oh, you're saying just in
Yeah.
general, it just has one thing.
Right. My options for
But that,
getting through this is walk with legs or press the dash button.
so it's just like a bullet hell, but for
Yeah.
legs. Mm, sorry, I got
Yes.
my I enticed myself too much.
It's a bullet hell but for legs.
I feel like that'd be the hard part. It's like, how do I not get hit by those legs?
I, what? Wouldn't the legs be the thing you're avoiding?
Ooh, cherish those legs.
I certainly do. I still have your DMs from all those years ago pinned up on my wall. That's why you can't see the other rooms in my house. It's sickening, really.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like come one day like to my house and you're gonna be
Yeah,
staying there in the dark.
sickening. Should be much. Yeah.
You'd be like, all of this was dedicated to you. I did this for you.
Right. You haven't seen the Chantlor room.
Yeah, come on. You gotta stop tempting
Yeah.
Chandler.
And yes, miss. Theoretically, I could just stream video games now that my house is painted and livable. I don't wake up every day and think, wow, I should fix something in here. It's possible to just achieve other aspirations. 'Cause I don't know how well this shows through on stream. My ceilings are orange now.
Hmm, why? But why?
So the popcorn ceiling was coming down, like falling off.
Oh, that's not healthy.
Yeah. So I scraped it off, at least whatever would come off. Started sanding down. I sanded down the kitchen so it looks better, but also like I have no time to do that. Yeah, it's a pretty good feel.
Isn't the popcorn ceiling like for making rooms quieter?
Right, there's a muffling effect, and it's supposedly good for hiding scratches, but not when dinner plate sized chunks of it are falling.
Jeez.
Yeah, but
Gotta
why
be.
orange? Uh, so I'm like, wow, I need a color that is not a depressing landlord white, but I want something bright, because like you don't want a lot of dark color on your ceiling, or you just feel like you're trapped in, right? Like that's normal design. So like maybe like an apricot, like a peach, like something a little fruity, something warm, like just a tinge, like beige. But I'm like, what if add a little more character than just beige? 'Cause just beige is not enough. So that's why orange. Also, I think I hit like the entire color pie on this house between the. Just admit it. That color was on sale. I mean, they were all equally on sale. It could have been any color between the light blue exterior, these dark green baseboards that come up really teal on cameras. That's upsetting. I thought all the blocks were in the right place, but they were not. And these purple walls, 'cause I'm like, purple's a good color. Actually, I was thinking blue's a good color, but what's cooler than blue? Purple. So
What's
purple.
cooler than purple? Ultraviolet. What's cooler than ultraviolet? Mega violet.
Yeah.
Cause
Un
fuck bees. I want
Unfortunately, I
them to
don't
stay
think they
color. Hmm?
serve Mega Violet as a paint pigment. Fits. Wish they did.
Dude, I know.
Looks like I want like pistol shrimp colors. You know, like beyond human comprehension. You're like, ah, what is this supposed to be? It's like you can't see it. You don't even
Yeah.
understand.
You ever hear like that thing of like that some women have like a fourth cone or something, so they're able
Yeah,
to see more colors, um, which I'm very skeptical about. Um,
I've heard pseudoscience before.
I can believe that they have a fourth cone, but I might have
Right,
a little doubt that they can see more colors,
right. That
because
would process into anything.
like it's like the mantis shrimp,
Right. They don't
like
actually
yeah.
see anything. They're just
Well, they
blind as.
see things.
Yeah,
Um, but like the problem that people don't think about is like, and I might be wrong about this, so correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but they do have like 16 cones, but those cones are like not. They don't do the thing that our cones do, which, well, not even our cones, but our brain
yeah,
takes the number of firing for each cone and then processes that into a color. They just like the cone indicates the color, and there's no blending, so it's like distinct colors. No hue differences. It's just 16 straight colors.
yeah. Which is my understanding. And the orange paint is not for Orange Man, as Orange Man is bad.
Oh, Orange Man.
Missed.
Is he the guy who's taking all my apples? The irony.
Uh, you'd think so? They're actually a lemon stealing whore.
Ah,
Lemon stealing whores.
I brought that up to like, I think Dro, my friend Dro, and he didn't know what I was
Presumably.
talking about, and I was very offended because those lemon stealing whores will get away with it if we don't stop them.
Frankly, we need to raise awareness. We need to divert funds away from like breast cancer awareness and other awareness campaigns to something people truly don't appreciate or understand the terror of.
Every day, I fear.
That your lemon tree may be plundered by some sultry vixens. Where
Not
am
my
I?
lemon.
Don't tempt me.
Um,
You know how many years it takes to grow from lemon tree from seed to get it to fruit? Like 4 or 5.
at least 4.
And lemon trees are a lot smaller than I thought.
Really? How
Yeah.
big did you think they were? I think I've seen them before.
Right, because I was thinking like a 30-foot
Hmm.
full of lemons. But I suppose it also depends on age. Like maybe most of the lemon trees I see that are like 3 or 4 feet are like young lemon trees and just started fruiting, and that's, you know, it's easier to make younger trees. So that's they get more plentiful, so
Because
you'd see them more often.
I've seen 20-foot lemon trees.
Yeah,
20, 25. And that's pretty close to 30. And they were huge. The lemons,
yeah.
I don't know what people are feeding them, but like my aunt and uncle had just fat daubers of lemons. Um, and I never
Right.
tasted them, but like I can't imagine those would be good, you know?
Hopefully, but maybe.
They're
Uh,
so big.
right, because you get to a certain girth to pulp ratio. If you have too much girth to your lemon, you just don't get enough of those little juice packets.
Too much girth. That's what I. Every day I'm talking about this. Come on.
It's true. You can go see lemonparty.org for more details on our cause. Birds. I absolutely despise these birds. They throw like 12 of them all at once. 'Cause they only take a single hit,
Those.
but
I
getting
don't
that.
know how you did that. Those are hard. Or how you're going to do that. Those are just too many.
Yeah, pretty much you just can't think about it. I know if I catch them when they land on this first time, it's not too bad. See,
Do they have attacks while they're flying? Oh, those are two
yeah,
different enemies.
right. Not the lasery ones, but the flying ones.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that they're the same enemy. Not that
No.
it's makes it
Yeah.
easier. Just
Good.
well, actually, yes, it does.
No, miss, that's eugenics. Not only small PP race should mate. That's actually eugenics. But yeah, I messed it up because I should have been there. I'm saying on that initial dive when they all hop in, before they get scattered around all over, I lose track of them. That requires positioning when I kill these birds. Because like, these look like birds as well. They're probably birds. Yeah. It's enough. There we go. God, so many birds. Hate that room. What was the... Checked out lemons. I'm like, I have a yard. I should grow fruit trees. I looked into getting a peach tree, and they're surprisingly short-lived. Like, peach trees only produce for like 12 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, did not know that about peaches. It's like you figure the backyard is about a 60-foot square, so I could put a tree, put a couple trees. There's not a lot of room. That warp point. Sounds unethical, like the bird king jumping you. Life ain't fair. Yes. Unfortunately, it is not. 'Cause it's not fair at all. Yeah. 'Cause I got property on the mind because I went to the county appraisal office today for tax things. You know.
For taxes?
Yeah.
Taxes?
Texas taxes.
Texas?
Taxes.
Texas?
'Cause when you own property, the county asks that you pay property taxes. Like, but there's a homestead exemption. I have this application you sent me with several months ago. Ah, by mistake. I wasn't aware that you were exempt from paying taxes because you live there. Which, that's a neat element of property tax law. Or if you actually live there, you're like, sure, whatever. You have to pay less money.
Hmm.
It's almost CED time. The never-ending toil to slay the blue dragon resumes soon. Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to keep an eye on the time. That's 1 hour from now.
Sorry.
Uh,
Oh,
in
D&D. Nice.
56 minutes, I have a game with Mist and Baker. We're fighting a blue dragon. Consume some hot cocoa. Eat better. 'Cause it's chilly on the East Coast. But it's absolutely frigid in Michigan. So it's the word from Iowa was that it was like negative single digits during the day. Shoot me. Shoot you. Not my favorite temps at all. Yeah. So imagine Florida getting any kind of chill. It's not pleasant. Florida man should suffer other fates, but go that one. Not, you're not a fan of being lightly chilled. No. Just move someplace warm like Florida. Birds. So many birds. It's, no. How cold is it there? It was like 48 degrees now that the sun is set. It was almost 60 during the day. Like we are cruising. Shorts weather in January. Big fan. What are you? Oh, there's health right there. Thank you, little hover droid. Man. Yeah.
One of my employees died.
Ooh,
Headache.
condolences. Yeah. happens from time to time.
Oh, suspicious though. I didn't even see them die.
They were alive the last time you saw them.
They were. Like what the hell? Swear you can't hire good help these days.
No, they're all about working during a pandemic and saying their life is in danger. How can they be expected to work under these conditions? And, like, it's fine. The canary hasn't even died. It just doesn't move in its cage anymore. What are you freaking out
Yeah.
about? There's a perfectly acceptable level of carbon monoxide down here.
I they always get worried when they have to like fraternize with the floating skull. But ah,
Yeah,
I don't see the problem.
no. Just you learn to be a little more inclusive and accepting of floating images of death, frankly. You don't accept your own mortality, you'll never truly live. That's
Whose
what I always
mortality
say.
can you whose mortality can you accept? You know?
I,
Um,
if you gave me like a 2 week notice, I could probably get a handle on mortality. But just off the cuff, be like shoot a text message at 3 p.m. Like it's a Friday. I'm not gonna handle this week. That's gonna have to wait and be a Monday problem. You know, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Cool. The big green guys to take 3 hits. That's far too many hits. They're clinging on to life. I tell you what, they have not accepted their own mortality. That's that's what we like to call in the industry a no die mindset. And frankly, we need to change those no dies to a yes die. We need to get in there and just die. Don't need to be a pussy about it. You just consider uh, toiling eternally, and don't.
have you considered our Lord and Savior death?
Every day. For legal reasons, that's a joke. I thought I was done with this room, but that's fine, I suppose. Alright. What if we... It's also difficult to heal in this game, which makes sense. That's what you want. Because if we could just camp out, would totally have done that. If I...
What,
Yeah.
what is the health system? Is it like a bluebee that you pick up?
Oh, it's the 5 red dots up in the corner there, and the 3 in the corner are the med packs, the Estus, but you have to stop
Oh,
to drink. That's the trade-off. So if you stop in the middle of combat to drink, you're getting slapped.
okay. And then there's like a bonfire to replenish your Estus.
Uh, no, but you get it back when you die. And you can pick up med packs.
This is like a rogue game, right? This is just adventure.
Uh, no, it's more like an RPG style where things are planned out. You do get to upgrade your character.
How'd you
Go.
lose 2 med?
What?
I thought I saw you had 4.
Well, I did have 3. Now I have 1. And the 2 big ones are health, and the pink ones are my bullets.
Pink ones are your bullets?
Yeah.
Then where's your med pack?
They
I'm not seeing the med pack.
the leftmost icon.
Oh, it's my face is
Oh.
touching it. That's fine. I get you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you can actually see the 1 dot on stream. 'Cause one of our my face is over the dot, your face is over the icon. We're there. Practically touching. Haha. Unless
Unless.
if we moved our Minecraft beds together.
Um, that's hot.
Cool.
Um,
Getting shot in the face isn't hot.
I remember playing like modded Minecraft where there's a lot of different mods. You know, you had
Yeah.
pipes and stuff like that. But the one that I exceedingly liked is all of these mods put together, and where one of them is you could like write pages and like create your own like reality of a world, and you could hop into it. Um, and we found like one reality where there's just like the whole world is just tendrils of diamond, um,
Sure.
but like it's slowly decaying and exploding, which was super fun because you were like, because it was hardcore, right? Well,
Yeah.
not hardcore, but you lost stuff, right? It's not like you kept your items. So, and since it
Yeah.
was tendrils, it was easy to fall. Um, and since the world
Right.
was exploding, you're like, fuck. Anyway, but what's exceedingly cool is that when we were like, me and my friend going through the worlds trying to find like a one
Yeah.
suitable for us, we found one where it's just flat lands and eternally night and lightning storms everywhere and like quadruple the number of enemies. And we're like, yeah, this is it.
High risk, high reward. That's where you're staying. Like that's
There was no reward. There's only high risk.
I thought you said there was diamonds.
No, no, no. We
Oh,
we we jumped ship with that world.
not the
I
diamond
said,
tendrils, just the lightning storm one. Got it.
yeah, because I mean, the diamond tendril is only diamond tendrils, and if you took a wrong turn, you'd
Right.
fall off.
You're plummeting 50,000 feet to the rocky bottom below.
Yeah,
Understandable.
but flatlands.
Yeah. Powerful mod. That's I think maybe that's what Minecraft is missing, where it just needs something to do. Because unless you have something to do in a changing environment, can't you're directly under the camera, so I can't actually show you on camera. You adorable creature of mine. Yes, you are. Alice is on the desk, asking if the lights can go off. And not yet. Hmm. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to turn them down any. I will anyways. Okay, Google. Set the bedroom lights to 30%. There. It's dimmer for you. How does that? Doesn't matter. Your cat eyes can still see it. We tried. That's all we can do is try. I think that'd be a really cool way to play Minecraft. Just jumping between extreme biomes. Like the just seeing non-traditional biomes is definitely
Yeah,
a factor instead of
you know, yeah.
it's the same thing again.
Well, yeah, like part of the thing that was cool with the worlds is that you could there was like once you reach a certain level of the Minecraft,
Yeah,
then the worlds became open to you because you got enough resources to craft them. And then there was like the next stage of exploration was instead of exploring your reality, you explore multiple realities. And
simultaneous.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it was like I don't know, added some stuff
yeah, it
because
does.
the exploration of Minecraft is super fun, but after a while you're like, well, there's no more to explore. Nothing really.
No, there's only so many. Oh, that's a homing missile. Got it. That's new.
Jeez.
Did not remember the homing missiles. Maybe they were there before? I feel like this got an update at some point. 'Cause there's definitely elements I don't remember being here. Although, because I played this on the Switch with Aaron, no, I played the Steam version with Aaron. I've played it on my Switch, and this is the Epic Game Store version. Where, you gotta have a different version for every console, every port, with the different underlying runtimes and libraries. You know how it be.
I know how it be.
You've written a program or two in your day.
Have I never, ever? Still trying to figure out how to reference a program um, that's not in the actual project.
Right.
It hard.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, thought I could make that jump, but I could not. Thank you for the health. Nine. So I'd like to figure out how to do like the quick draw shooting in this game.
Quick
'Cause
draw.
right, to be able to just pull and fire. So aiming in the middle of combat's going to get me killed.
Oh, I see. It's like a twin stick, so you just
Right.
bloop.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's not twin stick, twin stick. You have to hold down the trigger and then. Jesus Christ. There's two of them? Oh, their missiles also hit them. I suppose that's more fair.
Create some new ones.
Do you like how the AI can jump to their death? That's a big boon, and like it still feels like I'm doing something to trick them into it.
Yeah.
Like, aha! Get stop circle camping. There we go. Another room down. What is this? Hyrule Castle and Super Smash Brothers? We just go round and round in circles. I think it's a good stage. I like that stage. Uh, yeah, Hyrule Castle's the one that I'm thinking of.
In Smash.
Yeah, it's got all those different sections. The big tunnel down the middle. So if you go down the tunnel and up that opening gap on the left side, you can just run away from someone forever.
That's what I did. I wasn't good enough to fight people, but I was good enough to run.
Good. That's all you need. Run away, fight another day. Which is why I'm gonna plunge headfirst into this next dungeon room. Because I'm not good enough to run away. Because I definitely remember beating the boss at this dungeon. But some of these rooms are absolutely god awful. Like, I'm pretty sure this one that we just run through. Yeah. Which is a very long passage. And they can shoot at you from all sides. You just go, nope, I'm not having it. We're out of here. I'm leaving. Leave me alone.
I've asked you this before, but have you've done Enter the Gungeon, yeah?
Not a lot.
Oh, okay.
Probably should. 'Cause
It's
it
a
looks like a
quality
good video
join.
game. Yeah. That's. I feel like that's more of a better twin shooter, just a shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. My only gripe with it is I get antsy about ammo management. Yeah, you want me to use a med pack, but I don't have any. I'm like, I still have 300 shots. Better not use any. Because I'm gonna need all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. That's why I mean, I don't blame you. I think everybody does.
Yeah, that
But it's nice
aversion.
to have like a
Yeah,
dedicated weapon of like
yeah,
this is my boss killing weapon, and then as long as I have this, then like
right. There's a degree of designation. Like this is room clearing. This is bosses. Oh.
yeah. But it sucks when your room clearing weapon is also good against bosses because you're
Yeah, when you get a
shit.
good gun and you're just like, well, I guess I'll use it because it's good.
Yeah, like an S ranked, but you end up not using it. You use it less than the A or B ranked because you're like, well, it's S ranked. I don't want to use the ammo.
Yeah,
That's why I like to get like some weapons, and then most of them are just like buff items, like duct tape. Strapping two guns together is the best thing.
that's unfortunate. Yeah, interesting because you can just mix and mash,
Yeah,
monster mash them together if you will.
yeah. I forget like what the thing is, but like one weapon just becomes subsumed by the other weapon.
Yeah,
Um, and so what you can do is like if there was like a rocket launcher with like 40 ammo, and you
yeah,
tie it to like a machine gun with like 600 ammo. Well,
yeah.
guess how? Now you're shooting machine gun bullets and rockets, and it's like the rockets no longer have like a limit.
Right, they can just. Okay. That sounds really cool way to combine the best attributes of both weapons.
Yeah.
Man, there has to be a way to approach them that doesn't just get me canceled. Absolutely tossed in the gutter. Is the answer go find medpack somewhere? Oh, 'cause starting down a hit's definitely an issue. In theory, there's a mercy mechanic in this which will occasionally give you health.
Hmm.
So we can just continue to charge blindly. Maybe we shouldn't, but because then we do things like
Um,
yeah. Because I think
I don't
this
know.
is the only room open to me at the moment. What don't you know? I
No, it's
assumed
just,
you were omnipotent.
it was just, it's, so you know.
I don't know what you don't know. Can you
Uh,
elaborate on what you don't know?
I can't tell how to not make these uh, skulls stop eating my people.
Is that what Inscription is?
Oh, I'm not playing Inscription. I'm playing Lobotomy Corporation.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Stop beating those people.
You, you just go around handing out lobotomies to hysterical housewives? Like, who's your market for lobotomy?
I wouldn't say close to home, but a little bit too realistic.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Uh, I TA for this COG class, and
yeah.
during the COG class, the teacher's talking about like how um, this guy had epileptic seizures, and then they're like, hey, you know what would help if we took out his hippocampus? And
Sure,
like a student
couldn't hurt.
did like yeah like raises her hand through Zoom, like talks, and he's like, oh yeah, do you have a question? She's like, um, you can't be fucking serious. Like, why would they just removed his hippocampus? He's like, yeah, I mean, rules were different
We,
back then.
we do a little lobotomizing. Listen, the brain is very complex organ, so the best thing to do is just chop some of it out.
I mean, yes, but with addendum.
Yeah,
Like, that's always like super cool of like horrific, but
yeah,
when a young kid has like just horrid seizures, there's no getting around it. And they're like, hey, let's just chop off your whole left hemisphere of your brain. That's the best option. Um, and it works. And the kid is like, stop getting the seizures, and then they're able to like localize all the important stuff from the left hemisphere into the right, and like lose pretty much no deterioration.
right. I suppose if they're young enough, sure, and the brain can just do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you got the good in um, like, why do we even need a left hemisphere? I swear.
You don't chop it out, the thing's only holding you back.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll simp for that. We can support that rhetoric. That's some COG approved cognitive science.
Is that what your name stands for?
Yeah.
Cognitive science. Yeah, that's gonna be the study of you.
New substitute teaching job just opened up, so I'm gonna take it. Nice. Yep. Now I have job scheduled for the rest of this week. Doing good. You know, 'cause like it's really weird scheduling substitute teaching. 'Cause like this morning I had to go to the DMV, so I couldn't work in the morning. We just take all three shots to the face. And there were like 20 additional jobs that showed up at 7 o'clock. Like, ooh,
Mhm.
that's not gonna happen. There's not 20 people sitting on deck. Oh boy, I hope I go in and fill in for a COVID patient today.
Oof. Um, I've been like hearing a lot of I don't know how true this is, like that these people are like applying to tons of jobs but like getting no replies. And I'm just so skeptical about that because like if you're a company that's like literally desperate for workers. Like, what? Why? Like, it doesn't. I don't put two and two together. Like, why wouldn't you hire the
Hire
people?
people when you need people?
Yeah. So I'm skeptical when those reports come out because I'm like, that just, if I'm a greedy
Yeah,
bastard,
yeah.
why wouldn't I
Why
hire
wouldn't you
like
exploit more people?
yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't I exploit more people? Like, yeah, like what is the they didn't
Right.
explain to me like why would they not do it? It's like, ah, they're bad people. It's like, no, no, no. Like,
Yeah, but if you could make people do things and steal their excess li value of their labor, like,
uh,
yeah. So the thing is, there is no labor shortage. It's just a lot of people that don't want to get dicked on as much. It's like, okay, let's stop doing this because it's absolutely the worst. It's like, why doesn't anyone want to wait tables for $2.13? Like, gee, I can't figure it out.
I
Have you
know.
tried paying people?
Thought about it. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's that's a, but I'd still say that's a labor shortage, right? Like, if you have the old like hand grinder factory where you go in to have your hand
Right,
grinded and no one shows up, then you're like, yes, there is a labor shortage, but like
right,
nobody wants to come into the hand.
right. Won't someone please pull the lever on the orphan crushing machine? The orphan crushing industry is suffering.
Yeah, do you know how many jobs would be lost if we shut down the orphan crushing machine?
Yeah.
You know,
Too many good American jobs. Those are blue collar workers that we support.
if you stop the orphan crushing machine, you will quadruple the amount of childless uh, or parentless children in America.
Oh,
That's a
childless
true
orphans.
fact. Yeah.
Childless orphans is a rising epidemic. For
You,
every
you
5 seconds, there's a childless orphan.
do, do you want kids to not have parents? If you crush the orphan, if you stop the orphan crush machine, there's gonna be more
That's
kids without parents.
that's a provable fact.
It's yeah, it's a fact. That's why, I mean, it's true statistics. Like,
Right.
uh,
Every 60 seconds, a child, a childless orphan experiences 1 minute.
of agony, because it's a slow grind.
Oh, we don't have any verifiable records over whether they're in agony or not. Our sources can only verify that they do indeed experience a minute. Yeah, I agree. That's it. That's enough of this room. Where's more health? 'Cause going in there with 3 bonks on the head is not possible. At least not what I want to do. It'd be fine if it was just 3 bonks, but some of those attacks take 2 hits and, like, I don't have 2 hits to spare. Up, and both of the mages have 3 circly homing doodads. So if any of those 6 hit me, plus their big purple squares that just open the floor, and the floor is now lava, that's 2 hits. I'm just dead. We can heal and go back. We should have done a while ago. Do love me some dystopian orbital crushing machines. The
Dystopian. Come on.
latest story making the rounds of high schoolers being EMS drivers. Like, yeah, that's good. That's normal. That's what you want.
EMS drivers. Emergency medical service.
Yeah, the people that drive the ambulance.
High schoolers are doing that.
Yes. I don't recall what small town they were said. It's like, yeah, there's just no one that wants to drive ambulances because EMS first responders actually get like no money.
That's strange.
Yeah, it
Don't you have
is.
to like have some like competency to drive those cars in like traffic? You know, like that's dangerous.
Oh, that'd be nice. At least the one EMS driver that I knew was not very competent. But, that's anecdotal and just the one guy. I can't discredit the entire profession based on one hoodlum.
Yeah.
But he was also a school bus driver. Yes. Because when I met him, he was working for the County Road Commission in the summer. Because I come to understand that not only do EMS drivers not get paid, but he had seen a scene or yeah, he had seen a scene or two that he did not wish to. It's like, well,
That
that's enough
sucks.
of that. Right. Like, school bus drivers get no pay. That's messed up. It's not like you can realistically work a second job when you have to drive from 6 to like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is when another job would start.
Have they tried learning to code?
Ah, I hadn't considered that.
Well, come on. That's I don't know why you haven't. Come on.
Frankly, that's my fault.
Yeah.
I had not considered just writing code for open source programs with no monetization route.
Well,
That's frankly, they should just pull themselves up by their bootstraps and quit lollygagging. And
okay. Can I
it's
say
yeah,
sorry? One of the things, and it's like so petty, or I don't know,
yeah,
that I hate is when people misuse those like quotes, right? Like when it's like, oh, you just gotta pull yourself up by the bootstraps. No, that is literally impossible. I'm not just being pedantic here. That's the quote. It's
right,
impossible to pull yourself by the bootstraps. That's the point of like wherever the novel it comes from.
yeah,
Or like,
it's
oh, they're just one bad apple. It's like, do you
yeah,
fucking understand? Like, forget about the whole like, whoever says this, like the reprobates. It's
yeah,
or like the all or ideology
yeah,
behind it. It's just like, damn, don't use that.
right. To invert the phrase to mean the exact opposite, you're like, ah, that's what it's always meant.
Oh yeah, like blood is thicker than water. Like, dude,
Yeah,
just ah,
yo,
that yeah, that one might be a little bit more petty because it's been so like
right.
ingrained now that yeah, but
That's a generation or two removed.
yeah. So I'm not as annoyed by that one, but I'm more annoyed by the apples one and the
As you
bootstrap
should
one.
be. Especially when neither of them are used to make good points. But also just the linguistics of it. You're like, ah, one bad apple spoils the bunch. You mean because of the ethylene they release? No, that's a good thing actually. You just pick out those apples. That's what we mean. Like, it just means that sometimes there's apples that are not good. Any?
So you've my interest. Ethylene.
Yeah,
I assume like that's a molecule or atom or
yeah.
two away from ethanol. Um,
I don't know. I assume ethylene is similar to ethanol. 'Cause that's
yeah, that
the
might.
ripening enzyme, ripening gas.
I forget what ethyl means. Like it's a type of like molecular structure. Um,
Isn't it just
you know,
alcohol?
uh, I do. I'm pretty sure that it's like. Ah, fuck it. I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah,
I was gonna say yes, but yeah.
I could be wrong. It's been a hot second since I've done that exact chemistry. I did stoichiometry the other day.
Hmm.
Still know that.
Productions of plastic, food, and beverages. Ethylene nitrogen mixture supplied in cylinders is used to control ripening of fruit, especially bananas.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And
It's
that's
methyl.
who's
An ethyl group is an alkyl substituent derived from ethane. Ethyl is
yeah.
eth is used to indicate the presence of two carbon atoms in the molecule. Okay, I knew it was carbon, but
Right. Exactly which flavor of carbon? Because
yeah,
once you start getting in the neighborhood of carbon, it could be anything.
dude, carbon is just a slut. It
Yeah,
does
it
run
is.
the neighborhood.
Those
Yeah, it is.
four valence electrons, I could
Ooh,
be
I
all
got
over
chat
that.
with that all day. Um, and then
Yeah.
that's why silicon is so like tempting because it's
Does that also have four valence electrons?
I'm doing the math. Yeah, it would because it's 14. And or
Yeah.
is that more? Yeah, 14. That should have four valence electrons.
Yeah. Because the first, there's a name for the rows. Are the rows the periods, or are those the groups?
Um,
I,
I I don't know.
I, me either, but they have a definite name for them.
Yeah. Um, yeah, because yeah, I just know that silicon is below carbon, and so it has the same valence electrons as carbon does,
That would
as
make
does
sense.
everything below. That's why
Yeah.
you have the noble gases, which have all their.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All those valence electrons filled out. They really did well for themselves. They don't need anything else.
I know, and I'm told that because they're filled out, they're safe to breathe, because they can't react with your body. Mmm, datey,
Yes.
tasty taste. Um, and I will take no questions. Thank you. Wait,
I have
I
one.
I have not
Yeah.
looked at this periodic table in a long time. When was there Nihonium, Planovium, Moscovium, Livomium, Tennessine, and Oganesson? I am not familiar with most of the bottom row.
Oh, I was gonna say, are those like the synthetic ones that may or may not exist?
Oh, I thought you had to like actually make them exist.
You
Uh,
do,
get them to
but their
name them.
half-life is like microseconds. So you're like,
Yeah,
was
I
it
know,
really there?
but
I
you
don't
had
know. Yeah,
you had to actually do it, right?
yeah,
Okay, someone named an element Rontgenium.
sure.
It's only 3.5 or 3.6 grams of Roentgenium. Oh, not bad, not good.
And
It's a
yeah,
sweet Chernobyl reference.
I'm not familiar with that Disaster?
Oh, okay.
Unless that's an
So
allusion to the
what I'm
television
referencing
show?
is so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm referencing the television show, and there's a quote from him that's like, "Yes, well, what's the radiation level?" And the guy says back, "Oh, it's 3.6 Roentgen." Um, and the guy says back, "Oh, well, that's not good, but not bad," type of thing. Um, what the underlying thing is that 3.6 is pretty bad.
That
Um,
that sounds like a
but
lot.
but it's not only bad, but their meter only goes up to 3.6.
Oh.
It was actually
Yeah.
like 10,000, I think, or something like a crazy amount. 3.6 is high. Like you don't want to be
Yeah.
anywhere near 3.6. Chernobyl was just like so
Yeah.
much more. Um, and so there's an element I'm seeing here called Roentgenium. And the joke is that if you were anywhere near it, you would get a lot of Roentgen of radiation, or
Yes.
Roentgen. I think it's
I
Roentgen. Um,
couldn't
that's a
tell you if it's a
good,
hard G or soft G, but yeah. That's a solid
yeah,
Chernobyl reference. You got there. You
yeah. It's a good show too.
tied that in.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you never saw that show, yeah?
I did not watch the television show based on
Yeah.
completely fictitious set of events. Never
Oh,
happened.
yeah. I believe it.
As far as
Um,
it's just like a simp show where you just watch the elephant's foot, right? And that's what everyone watches it for. The elephant's
yeah.
foot is the best character in Chernobyl.
They don't even show the elephant's foot.
Unwatchable.
Unwatchable. I can't even fuck to the background noise. Um,
It's just the only value television shows should have.
but it's like really messed up because like some of the bodies they show in that show are like they they're like horrific, right? Like from the
Yeah,
radiation.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. The irradiation of, the Chernobyl disaster. Yeah,
yeah, and but they're it's actually not realistic, but it's not in the direction you're thinking. It was actually so much worse, and they had to like censor it for television.
yeah.
Uh, there's like quotes of like, yeah, this guy stood up and his literal like flesh from his legs started like peeling off
Just
the bone,
slough off.
like
Yeah,
sloughed off, and yeah, like horrific stuff like that, like radiation. Um,
yeah,
no
man.
joke, but
Messes with you a little bit.
it's a mood. How do I make this lady change clothes?
Ask politely. Okay. So I think we're gonna kill stream after this next death. 'Cause I should take this headset off before playing Dungeons and Dragons for 2 hours. But it's always nice to talk to you, Caitlin.
uh, yep.
Yeah. Sick. Can't think of any other trains of thought that I had going. I don't think. But I never think.
No.
It is not something that happens. Who's alive that we should go raid? Uh, not that, because like Baker and Miss are gonna drop off Twitch to go play Dungeons and Dragons. We'll raid Carefree Bomb? If they're even live still. I don't know. Whatever this, yeah, they're still here. So let's. We do a little rating. We do a little rating. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah.
I
Well, thanks for letting me hop on.
appreciate it.
Hasta
I
la
think,
pasta.
yeah. I say if you're around Thursday, do it again. If not, you're a busy man.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be busy. Uh, All right.
Thursday.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
streaming me.
Nos vemos. Mm. And